January 24th, 2022 meeting of the Bargersville Stormwater Utility Board to order. If you join me in a salute to our flag there. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Roll call tonight. I believe, John, you are online.
Yep, I'm here.
John Bear and Kent Gross. All right, next thing on the agenda, election of officers. John, I think it's up to you and me there, buddy.
Hey, I nominate you as president.
All righty, you nominate me as president there. All right, I will accept that nomination there. If you're in favor of that, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, yes, I'll vote for myself there. And then I will nominate you as the vice president.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yep.
All righty. I'll make a motion to accept you as the vice president there. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All righty, looks like that was pretty simple. No disagreements on that one there, huh?
You have to do secretary.
Do we have a secretary? Do we have a secretary?
Are we making Addie?
Yep, I,
Do we have a secretary? All righty, I will move that Addie be our secretary. John, you want to second that?
I'll second that.
All right, those in favor say aye. Aye. All right, that passes 2-0. So president, vice president, and secretary. Any other members there? Anybody else want another position there in the audience there?
We do have a third available.
You have a third spot available there if somebody's interested there tonight. Don't turn around and look behind you there now. All righty. Minutes from the previous meeting. From the December 20th meeting there, 2021.
I'm good with it if you are.
I think I was good with it there. I don't see any issues with it there when I read over it there the other day.
Okay. I'll make the motion to approve the December 2021 meeting minutes as presented.
All right, I will second that. Those in favor say aye. Aye. All right, that motion passes 2-0. The meeting minutes approved. First order of business, old business.
All right, first order. David did slides for y'all today.
Slides today.
Is BV 319-2021, the Bargersville Church of Christ waiver request located at 4251 North State Road 135, requesting a waiver of Chapter 1E, 1B, which is stormwater design, Chapter 3B, which is post-construction stormwater quality of the town's drainage main. We did have Crossroad Engineer write some review on this project as well as the waiver requests. We did receive a communication, I believe it's in your packet, from Crossroad stating they're generally comfortable with the waiver request at this point. Would recommend the proposed culvert, dry culvert be concrete pipe due to the limited amount of cover. I believe Donna Smithers, North Point's here.
Thank you, Jeff. Good evening. Donna Smithers with North Point Engineering and Lane Surveying. With me tonight is Kent Franklin with the Bargersville Church of Christ. So we went through and resubmitted back to the town and to Crossroads. And with our revision, we changed the pipe out at the entrance to, I think we had it as an HDPE, but we agreed to put it in as a concrete pipe. And then with the calculations that we ran, and we had talked to Greg at Crossroads, we're providing a little bit more water quality back to that pond area, but we still cannot get water quality for that front area, so we're asking for a waiver for that area. And I think we're all in agreement with what we've done at this time, so I'll be glad to ask any, or answer any questions that you might have, so.
So that pipe then under the entrance road will be replaced there, will it? With a
Yes, it
RCP?
will be replaced with a concrete
Okay,
pipe.
still 18 inches? Is that what we're
Yes,
doing?
yes.
All righty, John, you got any comments or anything?
No, just appreciate you guys going back to the drawing board and taking another look at this and doing your due diligence on that.
Thank you.
All righty. Any other discussions? Joe, any other comments on it? Are we good to go on this? I
From
think.
staff.
Okay. So staff's okay with this now?
Yeah, staff's recommending approval with the, I think there may have been a discrepancy in plans, one page still called the HDPE for the color.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
we've changed that. We just need to get that back to your office.
I would just approve with that condition.
Okay. So I will make a motion to approve the two waivers associated with DEV 000319-2021 with the added condition there that the plan needs to be updated to reflect the RCP
Yes, sir.
like one in place.
I'll second the motion.
All right, got a motion and a second there. Any further discussion there? John, you okay?
I'm good.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay.
All right. Thank you all.
Both
Yeah, have a good evening.
approved, 2-0. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I almost stepped in and said we probably need a roll call vote with members participating virtually, but there's only two members, so.
So, we got two of us here. That's about it. One here and one remote
I
there.
think that clears it up, right?
All righty. No new business or anything? That was all old business, no new business?
Yeah, no other business.
All righty. Discussion items.
Discussion items, you've seen this before, it's Windcrest Section 1, the rear yard drains along White Road. Roy was able to piece together pretty much a complete set of construction plans for Whiteland Road widening. We think we have some potential solutions.
Okay.
We're gonna work that out with Brian
Okay.
and get an estimate back. Our intentions are to work some kind of a cost share with the Windcrest HOA. I did reach out to a legal today to see what we needed to do to get that rolling, what kind of agreement that needs to be. That's just an update on that. I did show Roy the original complaint videos with the water standing east and west of the entrance,
Yeah,
fairly significant.
Does it drain off after a while there?
After a little while, it takes a day or two.
Drain off there?
I mean, it's getting on the sidewalk
Yeah,
is not a
is
good
it? Okay.
situation, particularly in the winter time, but
The complaint was in October when we had about an inch rain, which is a substantial amount of rain, but it was still over the sidewalk.
Oh, that sounds good. Let's see what you guys come up with.
Great. So next item, I think, are you here on 400?
No.
All right. I expected those gentlemen to be here tonight. That's why I put this on the agenda. We do have a drainage complaint out at 4081 North 400 West. Kind of a twofold issue with the roadside ditch, as well as some of the water coming off Morningside. Staff needs to investigate that a little bit more. Like I said, I anticipated these residents being here at the meetings this evening, which is why I put it on the agenda. But we can just take that as a FYI to the board, and we'll be looking at that.
You got water coming back off the subdivision, back over the property doing?
That's what the property owner states. We haven't been able to go out and verify,
Okay.
take a look yet.
Okay, was that wait till we get a good rain or something there?
It could be.
This is the back side of Morningside.
Yes, that's Morningside to the east there, right-hand side.
All right.
I had pictures and everything ready for you guys tonight.
No.
So we move on to project status, stormwater master plan. I did reach out to Westler this afternoon. We anticipate a revised draft after my initial comments back next week. After that, we will set up a work session with Roy and the board to go through that second draft. There were some pretty substantial comments that I had in there. I think I forwarded my red line version out. Kind of asking them to look at some alternate proposals and things like that. So they're doing that currently. Hopefully we'll get that wrapped up in short order.
Sounds good.
All right. So next is just an update on construction projects we're planning as a town. I know we've talked about some stormwater participation in some of these projects as we move forward. This summer, the town's looking at reconstructing the alley just over here on the, gosh, would that be east side of the
East side of.
east side behind the buildings of the police station where Reds used to be. Along with that, some utility work in there. There's some storm opportunity down that alley. And that'll be in conjunction with some other projects, I believe an RDC project. But as we get further in design and estimates, we'll bring that to the board and have y'all take a look at that. Prove that before we move forward.
Yep. About to see what that's gonna run anyways.
And the second one, which is tentatively scheduled for 23, is reconstruction of West Street through town. We will definitely be looking at stormwater options through that project. As I'm sure Roy knows, there's quite a bit of stormwater complaints in that area. We'll be looking at, with the master plan, with Roy's expertise and the designer's expertise, looking at that, see what kind of opportunities exist. That's going to be I would imagine that'd be a much more substantial project to look forward to for 23. Hopefully addressing a lot of issues. Those are quiet tonight.
It is quiet tonight. It is.
So next item is we did have our IDEM audit for MCMs 4 and 5 in December. IDEM was happy with what we presented. There was one item they found deficient that, I don't even know if they found it deficient. That's pretty common, some language about underground petroleum tanks. We didn't fully have in our ordinance that we're already working to fix that. We had a great team with Michaela and Jacob from Westler. Tim was great. We were able to take them out to a few sites, actually walk them through some more construction sites, show them our relationships with the builders and the developers, and show items, some items that they'd never seen in the field. They'd seen it in paper.
Never seen the field.
They'd never seen it in the field, so it was nice to be able to educate IDEM a little bit.
There you go.
I don't think it could have went better. And along with that, we're gearing up, I guess the new permit was effective end of December.
Yeah,
Is that what that was the date that they had?
I think it was the 18th of December.
Roy and I are still trying to get a grasp on exactly what that means. But they did away with the old Rule 5, Rule 13.
Yeah.
So now it's just a general permit and a general construction permit, or general permit construction.
Yeah,
I will be getting with Jacob with Westler and what we need to do as far as being in compliance with
See what
that.
that means.
I know we'll be seeing some ordinance updates come in. Obviously, we'll run to the storm board before we take them to council.
All right.
That is all I had except for the claims.
I looked these over, looks like our standard claims there. I didn't even jumped out anyways.
Yeah, the only one that's out of ordinary is food waste.
Yes, I saw that there.
That's some jetting of some rear yard drains.
Okay, I was gonna ask about that. That was that good. You got them all cleared out then, did we?
No.
No? Oh,
They got, how far they get, Roy?
not very far.
Not very far.
I don't know that Brian was saying that they got very far at all and hit some real solid tree roots, and it's just, I guess it's marginally functioning.
So where was this at? Where was that at there?
The east line of, total brain.
This is the tie-in, the 8-inch tile that connects to the South Street system.
Yeah.
That's been there, been that way for years and years, and then when we connected things up to it, we're counting on that to work in the interim until the new Copper Meadows comes in. So it's timely that subdivision's coming in now, but there's going to be an interim period here where things are.
Doesn't drain right
It
off.
just does not seem to. It apparently where the old tile was, it was the old clay style that was butt ended.
So, yeah,
So the tree
roots
roots.
can get in there, yeah.
All right, yeah, and there was a tree line back in that area. Apparently, the tile was kind of meandering, and from what Brian was saying, it sounded like it might not even be within the easement that we have. So that complicates any solution too. I think Joe is hoping when that subdivision. You think it's this fall when they'd be dropping
likely,
storm sewer in, if they keep on schedule. They were just approved last
Correct.
month
The
for
drainage has been approved.
drainage here. Yeah. So, they were
They
continuing.
were continued at the planning commission.
Oh,
Yeah.
so the only other thing, Joe, that Brian told me was when I drove by one day and they were clearing some trees out there on that property.
Mhm.
And he didn't know if they were going to end up cutting those trees back there that would clear a path for us to not have to do that.
Yeah.
That would be, if those trees weren't there and we could get in there easier with some tile repair, that might be the only other option that we could look into. But otherwise,
That's if it stays on our right away.
if it stays in our easement, yeah.
So,
I mean, bottom line is it's not worse than it ever has been.
It's the same situation insofar as, the 8-inch tile, and it's just degrading, I guess you might say. So
if it hasn't collapsed.
it does seem to still drain eventually. So,
All right, John, I will move to approve our monthly claims there.
I will second that motion.
All right, got a motion and a second to approve our monthly claims. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That motion is approved there. Any public comments or anything there? You just sitting in?
I have a couple questions.
Okay, if you don't mind, Derek, just coming up and state your name for us and your address, and we'll see if we can't get them addressed for you there.
My name is Rod Strong. I live at 50 East Street, and I have an ongoing question. What's his name?
Roy?
Roy knows about it. The alley behind my house. They've been talking for the last 5 years or so about
Doing something with it?
lowering it or
Yeah.
redoing it or something. I'm just wondering if it's anything going to happen on it.
I haven't seen that on a project list, but I can certainly check into it for you.
We talked about.
We had that
Yeah.
identified as the solution to go down the alley. Instead of going down East Street. And what we found was the gas was at such a conflict down through there and with during the lowering. So I really feel like that project has just been removed from the list of things to do, with the goal that when we came down East Street to your property with the tile, that resolved
That's what
hopefully your immediate problem.
Yeah.
And so
Okay, yeah.
I think that it really is going to be a challenging situation to run anything down the alley, unfortunately, with the gas company there.
What about repaving it though? I mean, it's just a muddy mess half the time.
Yeah. Well, that's a little different department. Just speaking from that, it would be the street department that would handle any kind of repairs on it.
Is that through the town council?
No,
Well,
actually. But she looked at
Julie,
that. She knew something was up there and she left.
Young is the,
I can check on the paving schedule for you
yeah.
Okay.
and let you know.
They come by and chip and seal it, but that doesn't do any good.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do work with the town on the roadside as well, and the gas tax money that comes into the town to do street repairs, that's how it's funded. It's through gas tax. None of that money goes to the alley, or is the alleys themselves don't accrue any money like a regular street. There's formulas on how they calculate all that, and they say based on the mileage. So each individual road is on our inventory. The alleys aren't on an inventory. They just, so what happens is the town more or less has to kind of utilize the surplus or whatever to do the alleys. That's why they end up being in such poor repair. That doesn't mean you can't say, hey, I'm just letting you know, please come in, take a look at it. They still have to be maintained.
Mhm.
It's just difficult because the funding isn't really there for those. So
Is that typical statewide? Because
Yeah.
I know Franklin just redid all their alleys, every one of them.
they, how they're able to fund some of that is unknown to me. They could be pulling it out of their general fund money. People have kind of rose up and said, hey, we got a lot of alleys and we need these done. Well, the town still has the right of way. It's a platted alley, just like a platted street. It's not your property. It's town public property. So it does need to be maintained. So it's a valid complaint, and it would just go through the street department, not the stormwater board.
So when does that meet?
Well, the town council then is overall, then they would be Julie Young, the town manager, would be the person who's actually over the street department.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Instead of giving you the runaround, I'd be more than happy to check in and see what we have and give you any kind of information I can give to you.
Because I've talked about it before, and they do come out and patch the biggest holes. and
Yeah.
yeah.
They last about a couple of months,
Mhm.
and the next year they're gone again.
Especially in this weather, right?
Yeah.
Especially in this weather.
Yeah, exactly. My next question was about the housing addition going in south of me on off of East Street, from there down to 2 Cent.
Mhm.
When is that going to,
The,
or is it going to go?
the single family,
No, the whole, both of them. I guess there are two different areas.
There's two different areas there, yeah.
one has an approved plat they're working on, the other one was continued at planning commission last week. So they'll be back at the February planning commission meeting.
Which one was approved?
The apartments and the duplexes where it was approved in
Off of
October.
130, yeah, off of 135, correct. That's the first parcel off of
In the right
135.
corner.
Yeah.
Off of 135?
Yeah, 135, that's the first one, and we're still waiting on the next one in to be approved there, basically. Or approved, I should say.
That's all I had. I was just curious about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop on, man, stop on in, like I said. You got questions, we'll try to help you out.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, you did before.
Mr. Strong was a regular for a while. I think that might have been just when you first came
Probably
in
so.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to see you again.
At least we got your drainage problem fixed though, right?
You did, yes.
All right, that's good to hear.
That's great. I still got water coming off the alley though. That's.
Yeah,
that's
oh
not a
yeah, I'm
problem.
pretty sure it's down the alley, we talked about that.
All right,
Well, thank you for stopping in.
Sure.
My only other thing is, we had some basically trash issues with Saddle Club South, stuff blowing across the road.
Mhm.
I noticed there's more stuff blowing across the road again.
That's just gonna be an ongoing,
So my question though is this, is from a development standpoint, what's in our standards regards to trash and maintaining?
they've been out, I think they were out last week and actually got that cleaned up.
Yes,
For winds again.
Yep.
Standard is they're required to have a trash container.
Yep.
Be it a dumpster or enclosure. They're now required to have a lid.
okay.
Oh, is that right?
Not yet.
Which, when you get winds like we have,
Correct, yep. And then when I was out here, I was driving by Highland Knoll the other day and I saw the same thing happening out there. They got a bunch of plastic strewn across the property there, actually blowing into the lake right there.
definitely let Highland know that.
So the same thing's happening there.
We're very familiar with the folks that Highland know.
So they got the same issue there as well. Alrighty, that is all I've got. John, you got anything else?
Hey, not really, but I'm glad I could make it virtually, so I appreciate
Nope.
setting this up, Joe.
Yep,
No problem, John, thank you.
alrighty.
Thank you.
Got a motion to adjourn?
Yep, I'll make that motion to adjourn.
All right, I will second that. Those in favor say aye. Aye. All right, that motion passes. We are adjourned. Thank you.